Hey everybody, DXUN here, and I wanted to make this quick video to talk a little bit about the rep vendors and all that stuff and how that works. Uh, if we start in Ashuna, and Ashuna has a rep vendor. It is located on, let's go on Ashuna, on the Isle of the Watchers at this flight pad here, Oceanus Cove, right below Oceanus Cove. These guys, how they work, and they have quests everywhere on every zone. And if you go to that zone, you do the quest, and they all start by wanted in big capital letters, and then whoever is wanted. That obviously they're the wardens. They go to get people and imprison them. So that's what the whole thing is about, right? So they are through every zone, and you have to go and get them that way. If you go, let's see right here, Court of Farandus. If we all remember throughout the questing and the storytelling, all that stuff, we have that prince that we actually take his form for a little bit and like cast fireballs and stuff, and then he realizes that he got duped by the Queen of Sharon. Anyways, like Court of Farandus, that's the other reputation, and obviously it's their little stronghold where they have their vendors right behind Illidari's stand. These guys, again, they stay mainly in that zone, and that's about it. Suramar, I think everybody's starting to know, Suramar is basically the breeding grounds for Nightfallen reputation. These ones I obviously have to do them constantly, trying to get that reputation to 8k, at least into honor, to unlock your Court of Stars and Arquay Mythic, which I just did today, which is fun. One of the key factors for that is this here, the Temple of Farandor. Faladora. So I can't even say it. But yes, you go to Meridel and you go inside the cave, and then you every 3 days, right? There is what they call wither training, and it's offered by Telarissa, which is the girl that you actually escort through, and you basically find the cave with her. She has always a quest every 3 days that she asks you if you want to do with her training. Now you want to try to maximize the amount of ancient mana. It's a currency that you get in Suramar. You want to max the amount that you can get. As it can go all the way up to 2,000. You won't be able right away, but you want to get all this is about 5 or 6 items. Just the loot that will increase that, plus you have a bunch of quests that will unlock the rest. So again, make sure you go through every little places. If you don't have any notes and the Legion module for it, make sure you download that so you can see on the map where they are and go and get them all. Because the more mana you have, the more withered you can actually get as your army to help you out when you actually go do wither training in the temple. So you get inside the temple, and then the temple has a bunch of mobs and all that, and you have to basically manage your army of withered and try to kill all of them as much as possible. And then the more you clear, the more chances you get to find chests that you'll loot. The small ones you can loot no problem. The bigger ones you have to actually drop a part of your army to do so. Now you don't have to do it right away. If you have a huge army, I would just not even bother with the chest right away. But as you get really tiny on that side, just basically like wait. So if you have a tiny army, just make sure you actually go and use the chest so that you don't lose it. Because again, if let's say you have 5, and then bam, you have a chest that you need 5 to pick it up because what they do is they pick it up and they bring it back to the entrance. Well, if you don't, and then you keep going, and then one of them dies, and you don't have any other new ones to get then you're basically not going to be able to pick up that chest, which is really a big miss for that 3 days that you have to wait after that to get another one. So again, make sure that you actually use them, wisely. Like in my case, I was fighting a big fight, and then at the end, I was looking at my withered buff, and I was at 9. So I went and looked around a little bit more before, because I knew I had a big chest, but I needed 10 to actually carry it out. So I checked around, and I saw there was one withered that I could click on to activate and actually join my army, and then I got 10. I'm like, oh great. Then I just sniffed around without attacking anything, and I'm like, okay, I've looked as much as I could go forward. I'm gonna go and take my chest, my big chest. So I did, And then when you have no more withered, then it gets you out of there, and then you basically have all the chests lined up outside the instance, and you can loot them all. There's a bunch of rep items, among other things, chances for mounts and other rare stuff. But again, so far I haven't got anything yet, but except rep items, and also you can also get items that will buff your withered army. So right now I have two of them. I have one for a berserker, which is kind of like a wizard that will tank for you, and the other one is a caster, which I haven't seen yet. I'm gonna see it in the next one in 3 days to see what he does. So, but that's basically the gist of it right there. You know, you want to really nail that part down so you get a lot of reputation with them. The other thing is, like I've previously said, they have world quests that sometimes don't appear on the map at all. I don't know if it was a bug or anything, but I've seen that happen 3 times where a world quest was actually, I ran into it by mistake or by just because I was going somewhere else, and it was there. So make sure that if you go around and stuff and you have nothing to do or whatever, you want to investigate, that's probably a good idea to do so to get more reputation. The other thing too is that there's several quests that didn't have Tellerisa telling me, oh, go over there, it's you're gonna get what you need. No. None of that was there. So sometimes you just have to go and like, oh, look at that. Especially for the portals, but not just the portals. Like if you want, that's also another good way too, is to unlock all your portals so that when you actually get the dailies, it's really easy for you to do Nightfall, and it's not like a chore because you don't have the portals to go. Especially when you have to go up here in Moonguard to get your daily done and stuff like that. So that's about it for that one. And then after that we go to didn't go to here, but we have the Dreamweavers. I think they're in the here, but again, don't quote me on that one. I think they're in the middle down here. They're quartermaster, and you basically just have a little chit chat with them, and then they help you out. And again, these ones are very similar to Court of Ferendis. Not much difference here. Same thing here for High Mountain. Again, very similar situation. And then Stormheim is the same. The only other one that we just learned today that I don't even think anyone knew existed was the Kirin Tor, which is probably the worst one. Honestly, I love the world quest system, but most of those quests were just ridiculous. The ones that you had to step on a mount and step over some like pool of lightning kind of stuff. Like, oh really? that kind of was bad, but there was so many good. There's been so many decent quests so far that I can't complain too much. But this one, it's probably a faux pas. But what happens though once you actually do all 4 of the quests that he asks you on, if you have it as an emissary quest, is he gives you the choice to pick between all the other factions if you want the reputation, and then he basically gives you, it's 1.5k reputation. So I usually pick one that's close to like something like too close to the next level, so I can go and check for loot and stuff. But again, everybody's got a different way of thinking. You might be, oh, I want Nightfallen right away. I mean, it's everyone's got his own choice to make there. So yeah, the other thing is, like I said, the PvP ones reset pretty quickly, so you really have it doesn't. So you want to do them like right away when they're like right now. I'm actually heading into one here to do this one. Again, all you gotta do is kill a bunch of NPCs and then go to the top of the tower, and then don't even pull the 3 up there if you don't need it. Usually the captain is actually patrolling around on the outside of the tower. Outside, inside the tower at the top, there's like a little balcony kind of area, I guess. More in the balcony, he kind of patrols there. He's not part of the 3 that are inside. And then you basically, there's always people around that try to kill him or kill her, so it's very simple. If it's the rogue that uses smoke bomb, you can interrupt those as well, just to help you out. If you're a tank, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. So those are the ones. The other one that's a little bit more tricky, I believe, is in Valshara. No, actually, no, it's in Ashuna. Sorry, and it's up here. Chaliance's Terra, and then there's a bunch of Nagas and a bunch of Murlocs, and both factions go there. So if you go to this one, just remember that you might see people attacking you. Again, it's all in good fun, and you're only, especially if you're on a PvE server, you're only flag while you're in there. As soon as you get out of that place, you lose your flag and no one can kill you. If you die, you get a bubble, gives you time enough to run out. You don't have to feel like you're getting ganked nonstop. You're getting abused as much as you want to be, or you're abusing people as much as they want to be. So again, I'm not a hardcore PvPer, but I've done a lot of PvP here and there, and I've been enjoying every second of it so far. Even I died sometimes, and I kill some people more than I've died. But again, it doesn't matter. It's fun. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and see you guys later.